So today we're going to be doing a 101 on hamster wheels, so let's get straight into the video. Just while we get into this video, I'd like to say that Freddy was asleep, but he's actually peeping out now, so we might get to see him. But let's not get sidetracked. Here we have a 5-inch or 12.5cm wheel. This is the kind that comes with cages if you get them from Pets at Home. Or I actually think the Furplast cages, if you're familiar with that brand. They're really small and they make a hell of a lot of noise, as you can see. So if you were to have this in a bedroom, you weren't going to get much sleep. This isn't going to be able to be used by a Syrian hamster, which is what Freddy is. And it's the sort of typical hamster you think of, the Syrian one. You might be able to use this for a Roborovski dwarf hamster, and maybe you could use it for a small hybrid dwarf or Campbell or winter white dwarf. But I would probably say this, you could maybe only use it for Roborovski. It's tiny, and on the whole it's pretty much useless. Whilst we get into this wheel, I'm just going to say, if you hear anything in the background, Freddy is up now, so that's what the noise is. Anyway, this is a flying saucer wheel. It's completely silent. Well, not completely, but it's about as silent as you're going to get it. This is the medium sized one. There's a large size and a smaller size. The smaller size is minuscule, pretty much useless for anything really. The middle one, I'd say dwarf hamsters and mice. I know I said this was a hamster video, and I've never owned mice, but I think this is probably the ideal wheel if you have a mouse, because it's not going to get its tail bent over or anything. And then the large size, which is the bigger one up from this, is good for Syrians, like my hamster. And I've heard of people using it for chinchillas too, and also Davies, but I've had no experience with them, so I couldn't comment. But I do have the medium size one, and I've only got a Syrian because I got this when he was small and he used to use it, but he has outgrown it and now he just won't use it at all. So the third wheel we have is the Trixie 20cm wheel, or 8-inch wheel, because people usually measure wheels in inches for whatever reason. This I used to use, I do have a video of it when I first got it, when Freddy was small. Now he can't use it because his back does bend slightly, he's outgrown it. And it does make a bit of noise when it spins. A bit noisier than the flying saucer, but it does have that cool pattern in the middle. These I would use for dwarf hamsters, not Roborovskis, maybe a bit big for a Robo. And small Syrians, but to be honest, they are just a bit small for a Syrian in my mind, because mine has outgrown it so fast. But they are recommended as the smallest size wheel you ever want to go, but big is always better when it comes to wheels, really. So you're probably wondering, I've shown you all 3 wheels that I had there, so what one does my hamster use? Well, he uses none of them. As you can see, if you've been looking, I have another wheel here, which is the Trixie 30cm wheel, and I would say this is so good for Syrian hamsters. Mine's back doesn't bend on it at all. It's the only wheel he seems to enjoy running on, and it's suitable for any size Syrian really, even up to the biggest ones. I mean, there are some huge Syrian hamsters and people get even bigger wheels for them, but generally speaking, this is going to do your hamster for its whole life. And as you can see, I have gone through so many wheels. Now I would just get one of these from the start, and then you're never going to have a problem, and you're not going to spend loads of money on them like I have. So then, I hope that you have enjoyed this JTB Reptiles video. I know it wasn't about reptiles or fish or anything that I usually make videos on, but I thought it was about time we'd done a hamster video, because I've not made one in a long time. So yeah, I hope that you've learned something today, and I hope that you'll share this information on for anyone that's got bad wheels. And before we go, that is something I need to say. Don't get bad wheels or mesh wheels. If your hamster gets its foot caught while it's turning that round, it could break it. So, last word of advice, don't get them. Anyway, I hope that you did enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.